Mr. President, your ideas for the tech industry are so innovative, and you definitely do not have a small penis.
Ah, thanks, yeah.
Please accept this gift on behalf of Apple.
Next!
How about just you want to talk, or you want to watch a show together?
South Park just torched Apple's golden boy Tim Cook, ripping the billionaire CEO out of his polished Silicon Valley bubble and throwing him straight into chaos. In their new episode, Cook is a groveling pawn, stripped of dignity and mocked in front of the world. This was a humiliation so savage that even Apple's glossy image couldn't survive the burn. That's how South Park kicked things off. A single line that instantly yanked Apple's squeaky clean brand into the filthiest corner of South Park's universe.
It is the groveling of all the people around him, which is just great.
Tim Cook, the calm and calculated CEO who built Apple into a $3 trillion empire, reduced to a groveling extra in a grotesque White House circus. And the way they did it
goes.
All right, everyone here to meet with the president, please make sure you have a reservation and that you have your gifts ready. As a reminder, please stay 5 feet away from the president at all times and avoid staring directly into his
The White House in this episode isn't the symbol of power and control. It's a carnival, a literal billionaire funhouse where CEOs and world leaders are treated like kids lined up at recess.
You have so many great ideas. Your leadership is truly beyond anything we have ever had in this country.
They shuffle in with their ridiculous gifts, hands sweaty, eyes darting, terrified of stepping out of line. The rules are as absurd as they are humiliating.
And the base comes from Utah and is 24 karat gold, and it sits. I'll take the liberty of setting it off. Congratulations, Mr. President. Thank you so much.
And then there's Tim Cook. He doesn't storm in with flashy props or billionaire theatrics. No, he walks in quietly, holding his big Apple plaque that symbolize Apple's influence, its billion-dollar investments, and its polished global image. It's the same energy he brought into the real Oval Office when he promised Trump billions in US manufacturing projects.
This clip highlights the fact that Donald Trump's entire approach to government is demanding total fealty and slavish devotion to him.
Before Cook can even open his mouth, he's shoved into the exact same humiliating ritual as everyone else, forced to shower Trump with exaggerated praise just to keep the peace. And the humiliation only gets worse.
What is your skull? It's a golden Oculus. It's Zuckerberg.
Oh, I feel smarter already.
Do you feel smarter? I feel smarter. She's making us smarter.
AI is incredible.
That's the genius of South Park's writing. They don't just mock Cook, they place him in a lineup where his serious corporate move gets instantly crushed by the absurdity around him. It's not just funny, it's surgical. They turn Apple's obsession with control and prestige into a joke about being outshined by louder, flashier billionaires.
the like capturing of like the way all these that's what the foreign leaders, they have to come in and say, you're so handsome and you're so brave and you're so good. The groveling.
For Cook, the timing couldn't be worse. Apple has spent years selling itself as the grown-up of Silicon Valley, the company that's above the chaos, above the scandals. And yet here, South Park strips away that armor.
And so every time it happens, people become a little bit more kind of desensitized to what's happening.
And that's what makes this episode sting. South Park isn't just going for a cheap laugh. They're poking at something real. Back in 2019, Trump put Cook under pressure to move iPhone production entirely to the US. Something Cook knew wasn't realistic. He offered billions in investments, but he never gave Trump what he wanted most, a fully American-made iPhone. That tension, the clash between political demands and corporate caution, is exactly what South Park exaggerated.
The thing that's also crazy about all this too is like this stuff is still illegal.
Yeah.
It's still a federal crime. Marijuana is too.
The brilliance here is that South Park doesn't need to spell it out. They don't have to say Apple bends under political pressure. They just make you feel it. Watching Cook's plaque shrink next to Zuckerberg's absurd toilet handle is all the proof you need. It's satire, but it's sharp enough to cut, and fans noticed.
Anything for the company, right? We're a tech company, right?
Hell yeah, we are!
South Park has always thrived on these moments, taking the untouchables of culture and ripping their image apart. But this time, they went after Apple, the company that's spent decades polishing itself into the ultimate symbol of prestige. And in just a few minutes of animated chaos, that polish cracked. Cook didn't walk away looking like the leader of the world's biggest tech company. He walked away looking like just another billionaire caught in a humiliating circus.
If you have to have sex with yourself again, I can bring you a ride.
And that's why this moment hit harder than anyone expected. It wasn't just parody, it was South Park saying out loud what Apple never wants you to think about, that even the most powerful CEO in tech has to grovel, flatter, and hope he survives the game.
Do you want to fuck?
How about just you want to talk, or you want to watch a show together?
But then, just when you think the humiliation is complete, South Park drops the wildest twist of the episode. After Cook finally hands over his plaque, expecting at least a nod of respect, Trump doesn't just say thank you and move on. Nope. He takes that Apple plaque to his bedroom with Satan, and suddenly, the most carefully planned corporate gift in Apple history becomes a literal sex joke.
Okay, you want to talk and watch a show together while we fuck?
South Park takes Apple's billion-dollar diplomacy and transforms it into a bedtime toy for the President of the United States and the Prince of Darkness. That's not satire, that's savagery. Cook's dignity gone in seconds. Apple's prestige shredded.
Well, hello, Mr. President, sir. I'm listening. Oh, yes, sir. Well, you've done such a great job with our country. You're so smart, and your ideas are great, and you do not have Listen, buddy, I don't have all day. Did you bring me a gift or not? Oh, yes, sir. This is from the CEO of our company. Let's see here. I think he said it opens this way.
Now, you'd think the episode couldn't possibly top that moment, but of course, South Park always finds a way to crank the chaos up another level. Enter Randy Marsh. Randy decides he's going to launch the world's first AI-powered cannabis company, which he calls Tegrity.
I'm Randy Marsh from Tegrity Solutions. In order for our company to make $6 billion, we need you to reclassify marijuana on the national level.
What?
With your wisdom, I'm sure that we can work out an arrangement that will be mutually beneficial. In return for your understanding, I wish to offer you a gift, this incredible towel.
And the way the writers parody Silicon Valley's obsession with artificial intelligence is genius. Randy stands there straight-faced, saying things like, "Our AI platform transforms insights from the cannabis ecosystem into global action."
Would you like me to start laying out some exit strategies for you, with a focus on retaining any assets you might still have?
Yeah, could you do that?
Absolutely. Why don't you sleep it off for a few days and I'll get back to you with everything you need.
Can you hold this for me? I don't think I should be around it for a while.
Yeah, I got it.
And here's the clever part. Randy's meltdown mirrors the exact same thing happening with Tim Cook. Just like Randy pretending he has everything figured out while obviously drowning in nonsense, CEOs like Cook are also scrambling to keep up with the shifting political and tech landscapes.
And while that clip is funny, the truth is that it puts on full display a reality that's anything but.
By the end of this sequence, South Park has turned the White House into a billionaire Hunger Games, where influence is traded in gifts, humiliation is the currency, and Cook's dignity is the first casualty. And honestly, it works because it's not that far from reality.
It is the groveling of all the people around him, which is just great.
All the enablers.
And these CEOs really do line up for power. They really do shower politicians with flattery and investments, and they really do bend when the stakes are high enough. South Park just stripped away the polite press releases and showed us what it looks like when you take that truth to its most ridiculous extreme.
That there's no escape from the White House. That's how strong it is. That's how fucking strong it is. That's how dependent he has become.
What makes this episode sting is how close it cuts to reality. South Park isn't just clowning on Tim Cook for laughs. It's exposing how even the most powerful tech CEOs bow when politics gets involved. Apple has spent decades selling itself as independent, in control, untouchable. But here, that polished image is flipped upside down. Cook isn't the boss of a $3 trillion empire. He's just another player groveling to keep power. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to the channel to get more updates.